write the book on gold? Did you write the book on dental health? Did you write the book on flying an airplane? Did you write the book on butchering a cow? Whatever it is, whatever your shtick is, whatever you know about, that's what you write about, and people will be dazzled. Having a book means you can indeed aim higher. Money will come to you. Opportunities will come to you. Income, media appearances, patience, clients, joy, goodies of all kinds will come to you when you are branded by writing a book. Wow. Now, Paul has asked me to do something very special. He knows me very well, and he knows that up to a certain age, my life was a disaster. I was a total loser. And then there was a change, and then after that, my life was a blessing. Loser, blessing. Loser, blessing. There must have been something in the middle that changed it. Loser, blessing. And he asked me to actually tell you my story and what the one thing in the middle was that converted my life from loser to blessing. And so, Paul, I'm going to do that for you and for your wonderful clients who are here. When I was born, I was broke. Maybe some of you have had that same experience. And then I took a job I didn't particularly like, and so I took it out on a substance. I'm not proud of it, but I'm telling you the truth. I took it out on a substance. And my substance of abuse was food. I got very, very fat. And eventually my boss realized I wasn't doing a good job, so he fired me. When I went home and told my wife I got fired, she did the only thing a reasonable woman could do. She dumped me out of our marriage, and I learned something that day. I learned that getting fired and divorced on exactly the same day are just extreme forms of market research. And what the marketplace was telling me is I was doing everything wrong. Vocationally, I was fired. Nutritionally, I was overweight. Like everything was wrong. Matrimonially, I was divorced. Everything was wrong, and it's even worse. Psychologically, I was depressed. I was a 39-year-old life loser, 100,000 pounds in debt. A 39-year-old life loser, 100,000 pounds in debt. Wow, ugly, terrible. But then the turning point of my life came. The turning point of my life came when a friend said, write a book. I said, write a book? Are you crazy? Why? And he said, well, write down the names of all your friends and family members and neighbors. So I did. And then he said, circle every one of them that's written a book. I said, what a waste of time. None of my friends have written a book. I don't know anyone who's written a book. He said, okay, part 2. Write down the names of all the wealthy people you know. I said, what are you, nuts? I don't know any wealthy people. I'm broke. And he said, well, write down the names of wealthy people that you've just heard of, like, I don't know, Warren Buffett or something. So I wrote down the names of some people that I'd heard of, like Bill Gates. And then he said, circle every one of them that has written a book. And I went, book, 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 book. Every single rich person had written a book, and not a single person I knew had ever written a book. I said, oh my gosh, that's the answer. That's the secret. I've got to write a book. Now, I should have written this book, How to Become a 39-Year-Old Life Loser, 7 Proven Techniques. Why? Because I knew all about it. But that's not the brand I was going for. So I actually wrote this book. You can make $1 million in Canadian real estate. Yes, I'm a Canadian. You can make $1 million in Canadian real estate.